안녕하세요 여러분.
핸드폰 치워.
It's the 부대찌개.
아 그래?
오고 있대. 안녕하세요 여러분.
고품격
한불문화 방송
프렌치 호떡 AJ.
소민입니다.
지난 10월 2일 프랑스에서 2차 총파업이 있었어.
Yes, there is a video I want to show you first that 나라 난리잖아 요즘. 근데 while people are doing 고생, Macron is going to the Luxembourg. Prince 같아. 이렇게.
어머, 옷 좀 봐.
그니까 people say who does he think he is to dress like a prince.
레드카펫.
그니까 the king on the red carpet while people are protesting in
근데
France.
마크롱을 위해서 깔아준 건 아닐 거 아니야. 이 행사가
Doesn't matter. When you are a president, when your country is such a 난리, you can't.
무슨 행사야 저게?
Gala dinner. 중요한 거 아니고
안 가도 되는.
안 가도 되는.
지금 나라가
뭐 안 가도 되는
지금
뭐.
폭망 직전인데 지금 약간 왕처럼 저렇게 행동하고 있는 거야.
This person said décalage royal, indécence présidentielle. Such a royal tie between us and him, it's not decent at all. Le fossé n'a jamais été aussi visible. Never before such a gap was that big between the people and the presidential.
그치. 성난 군중들이 거리로 나가서 시위를 하고 있는데 He doesn't give a damn shit about this.
Even going to dinners and gala, this is a choice that you make as a president. But when you see your people being angry like that, really 가도 돼? I don't think so.
디스크릿하게 해야지. 좀.
그러니까. So yeah, there was a second protest, the 2nd of October. There were some protests in more than 200 towns in France. So the main point of this protest was, as we said in the last video, public spending cuts. They have to vote every year a budget plan for 2026 next year. So in this budget plan, there were a lot of crazy public budget cuts that affect, of course, the 일반 사람들. So people were protesting about this. And what I said last time about Bayrou, he wanted to freeze the social services and the retirement, healthcare and everything, pension. And people, above all, were requiring the government to tax the wealthy people. So these are the three main points why they keep protesting, actually. And as you can see, Macron couldn't care less since he's having a fancy dinner party in Luxembourg. People right now might be just crazy.
프랑스에서는 지금까지 대통령이 탄핵된 역사가 없지.
없어. They just cut heads. 탄핵 아니고. The problem is for Tanek is like
진짜 너무 웃긴 것 같은데.
I think in France, in the National Assembly, in the deputies, and even among other political parties, everyone kind of pretend for the public to hate Macron when they're behind. A bit like, for example, when the National Assembly needs to really block very important and bad laws from the government of Macron, they don't really act on it. So people say, why the fuck do we have opposition if they don't do anything? So Tanek needs a very strong opposition. strong해 보이는데 our opposition 근데 솔직히 I don't think so. So that's why.
아무튼 지금 프랑스 상황에 정말 많은 분들이 관심을 가지고 있고 지난 저희 영상에서는 이제 프랑스 파업 왜 일어났는지 지금 국민들이 분노한 이유는 무엇인지 그런 거에 대해서 우리가 좀 이야기를 했다면 이번에는 진짜 지금 사람들이 온라인상에서 어떻게 이야기를 주고받고 있는지 직접적인 그런 의견 같은 거를 조금 트위터를 통해서 들여다보면 좋을 것 같고 어떤 뉴스가 지금 나오고 있는지 오늘 좀 소개를 해드리도록 하겠습니다.
Yes, let's go.
Un deuxième round
240
pour renforcer la
gatherings,
pression sur le
which
chef
is a lot.
Paris,
qui tente de constituer.
Mais cette mobilisation, vous l'avez dit, est en baisse. Qu'en Ile-de-France, le trafic
Tu vois?
est quasi normal pour le métro.
For example, the way France 24 is framing right now, it's way much more less expected than the first time. The traffic jam is very okay, like it doesn't seem to be that blocked. 그래서 people who see that on TV, 별거 아니네. 중요하지 않네. A lot of people criticize the news because they make it seem like not a big deal as well.
한국에서도 이런 국민적인 시위가 있을 때 그
The numbers.
넘버가 다 달라.
맞아.
방송사마다 다르고 경찰 추산이 다르고 실제 현장에서 카운팅 된 게 달라. 우리 부대찌개였나? 감자가.
부대찌개 왔네. 어떡해.
먹어야 돼. 먹고 하자. 먹어야 돼.
야,
배가 너무 고파.
그치. 걸다게 먹으면 안 되지.
여러분 알아요. 유튜브 구독 정말 좋아하지 않으면 하지 않는다는 거. 저도 진짜 알아요. 근데
우리 사랑스럽지 않아요?
Mais pas question pour lui d'instaurer la taxe Zuxman, cette taxe sur les patrimoines de plus de 100 millions d'euros.
Sébastien Lecornu, the new prime minister, there is the tax Zuxman ou je sais pas quoi, the tax for super rich people. The new prime minister refuses to use this tax.
안녕히 계세요, 여러분.
I don't think putting more tax on rich people is the solution. I'm not saying this is something we shouldn't never do, but right now I don't think this is the key to the solution. We need rich people.
그치.
as
근데
well.
자꾸 텍스를 너무 많이 떼게 하니까 부자들이 나라를 떠나버리지.
I know it's very complicated. I think this is a bit ridiculous to only see this as a solution. And the two holidays that Bayrou wanted to erase, I think kind of 포기했어. Some people think from the beginning he didn't plan to touch these holidays, but negotiating 하다가 to pass other things. Okay, 들었어. Holidays 가져라.
근데 대신
그,
뭔데 그래서 대신?
We don't know yet. But
he's
일단
out.
Bayrou le cornu 똑같은. This is the same. This is Macron government. This is gonna be the same.
Les syndicats dénoncent donc une forme de continuité et estiment aucune réponse n'a été apportée à leurs
So
revendications.
why they did it again the 2nd of October is that even though we changed the prime minister, the laws are going. The law projects are not cancelled. Extending the retirement age, the budget cuts, the budget plans, everything is the same. Can you actually call that a democracy? That's what I was saying. Macron, to try to calm down people, allowed all these prime ministers to be cut off. But actually doesn't give a shit because doesn't matter who is gonna be the next prime minister. 어차피 the law 할 거야
What they are doing
끝까지.
is the same. Yeah. 근데 있잖아. 일각에는 이런 말도 있잖아. 나라가 지금 경제적으로 부채가 너무 많이 쌓여서 큰 위기에 직면해 있는데 국민들이 아무것도 포기하지 않고 뭔가 이렇게 자기들이 받을 혜택에 대한 주장만 한다는 거지. 그거에 대해서는 어떻게 생각해?
For me, this is really fighting the wrong war because I get it that at some point, of course, everyone has to 노력 for going out from this crisis. I get it. But again, the main problem is people who keep getting richer and richer and taking people for imbecile are asking 일반 people that barely can finish their month with their salaries to do even more 노력. And at the same time, you see Macron having a fucking dinner gala in the Luxembourg with the fancy clothes and ministers that comes and go and gonna win money 4th time more than any French people. You see what I mean? So 그냥 사람일 뿐이야, people. We are just people. This is provocation. To have a government that is so 뻔뻔하게 돈 벌고 they don't change anything but then ask people to make effort. This is not people not wanting to change and make effort. This is people feeling that they are taken for fools. Who can make efforts if you feel like you're a fool?
그치.
If we have a coherent government that make efforts, that have a structured direction to 극복 the crisis, then I'm pretty sure all French people would be ready as well. That's what I was telling you. There is no togetherness anymore. I don't think this is about people giving up the rights they used to have. This is really about government changing so many things first. So no, I don't really agree with this.
그리고 프랑스 국민들이 사실 텍스를 거의 50%를 내잖아.
Insane.
46% I searched.
Isn't it enough to ask that from people? Seriously.
뭐가 문제일까? 텍스 많이 내고 그만큼 복지 혜택을 가져가는 거죠. 사실 복지 혜택이라고 해도 받기가 개 힘들어. 엄청나게 기다려야
맞아.
되고 바로바로 혜택도 못
And
받아.
exactly, you know, that's exactly the point as well. For example, hospital, that is so important, and we saw it during the COVID. Hospital is so important in France, especially because it's mostly free, the Soussoul and everything, like very accessible. This is a PAGOK right now, the state of the hospital. There is no budget plan to reinvest in the hospital. It's been 5 years now that doctors and especially nurses, they keep protesting saying that they work in crazy. Some people now, they have to wait in the corridors outside. At some period, some people were refused because the hospitals were too crowded. The government don't give a shit about that. Why? Because it doesn't make money. So all this logic, it's not only the hospital, so many things. All the important things for the 국민들 is just abandoned.
무상 의료도 사실 아니야.
Yes, people who really don't have money, they don't pay.
그치.
This is free. You pay something around 50. 근데 unlike Korea, you have to get 수술, you have to get any expensive more eye doctor 같은
다
거.
그냥 covered.
다 covered.
teeth 같은 것도 다
Everything.
cover되고.
Teeth not, for example, implant 같은 거. No. 근데 of course, this is great, but nothing is made to preserve. You're gonna see in a couple of years, 계속 like this 되면, we're gonna become America for the health system.
야.
They're gonna privatize. I don't know what they're gonna do. Honestly, it's been 2 years that I'm saying this. They started with the retirement. You're gonna see that the social health insurance is gonna be next.
리타이어먼트가 월급의 몇 퍼센트를 펜션으로 받는 거야?
70인가?
70? 사실 미래 펜션으로 쓸 돈이 없다고 하잖아 for young people.
Me, honestly, I'm one of these people who think that retirement 직접 만들어야 해. I don't wait after the state. I will do it by myself. I will invest, I will earn my money, and I will secure, if I can, of course. I expect me to take care of myself about my retirement and my future. Mindset are changing as well about retirement. 부족할 거다. 그러니까
그러니까 지금 리타이먼트 올리려고 하는 거잖아. 2 years longer.
This is, for me, the fraud way to act is like this, to make people work longer. Because if you really want to solve the retirement system for young people saying there is no money anymore, it's either you stop the retirement system. So what does that mean? That means that you get your salary, but you don't take out from the salary. 그냥 you say to your 국민, 알아서 해. Salary fully 받고, no retirement 알아서 해. % that we are taking from you every month for your retirement or what. By the way, 어이없어 나. 나 그냥 일하면 salary fully 받고 내가 알아서 해. 내가.
뭔가 obligatory 그냥 내야 되는 게
Yes.
그게
근데 봐봐. 파국이야. 내 돈인데.
맞아. 나도 어렸을 때 회사 일하면서 다 냈잖아. 근데 그걸 못 돌려받을 것 같아.
그니까.
그렇게 솔직히
그니까.
포기하는 돈들도 많이 쌓여 있잖아.
That's exactly what I'm telling
그 돈
you.
어디 간 거냔 말이야.
원래 the system used to work in a after war societies because we had like this togetherness, people we have to rebuild, depends on the country, but even in France like this new dynamic. Now it's done. It's gone. I'm sorry, but when you think about it, that's crazy and that's stealing. 나도 when I was a 학생 I worked 5 years in France. 이 돈 아마
못 받을 거야.
지금 줘. 지금 필요한데. So 원래 for me the system of retirement is not adapted anymore to the new my generation. I think depends. For me this is a fraud. 근데 the solution is not this by the states, of course, because they're gonna lose money. 근데 우리 돈인데. Can you imagine? This is our money. If you're worried, as they say, for future generation, 다 줘.
택하지 마. 그리고 나중에
다
주지
줘.
마.
You see? They're worried about themselves.
아 맞아. 그 돈을 굴려서 인베스트하고 그러는 거 알아? 그게 페일하면은 그 돈 날아가는 거야. 몰라. 프랑스랑 뭐 어떤지 모르겠는데.
What is there? 나 시작하면 못 멈춰. I can stop. You see? I mean, the thing is, let's say the state do what I say, that they don't take retirement anymore and they pay fully all the citizens, which would be so fair because this is what you deserve for working. They're gonna say that then we don't have money to pay the retirement of the older people. 근데 도대체 어디 갔어? All these retired people that were taken of their salary for 30, 40 years 어디 갔냐고?
그리고 솔직히 그걸 오랫동안 받는 사람도 있겠지만 일찍 돌아가셔가지고 못 받는 사람들도 있고 그 돈 어디 갔냐고, 그지?
Unbelievable.
그게 클리어하지 않잖아.
우린 돈인데 we feel like I'm sorry, why, like, you know? Anyway, they take people for imbecile about everything. 그냥 트위터 읽지.